When you think of a player like Nicholas Jackson, what do you think of? Me personally, I think he's more of a frustrating player to watch. Talented, but very frustrating. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, as you heard, there's been links of him moving to potentially Newcastle, Manchester United, or elsewhere, right? Basically, his future is in question. And today I'm going to be talking about whether it should be in question, whether he should leave, or whether he should stay. So, you know, before I delve into that, let's just talk about Nicholas Jackson himself. He joined around 2023 when Pochettino came around. And, he was a market opportunity, right? He was a talented player in Villarreal. I think he had the purple patch in Villarreal at the end when he was scoring a lot of goals. And, Chelsea thought to themselves, listen, back then he was 22 years old, 21. This is a market opportunity. Let's bring him in. So we brought him in. Obviously, I had no standards personally. I've never watched him in Villarreal. And I thought to myself, the bar is in hell. Why not? Right? We had Havertz, Werner, Lukaku, and yeah, it was disgusting. So I just wanted a striker that can basically take a touch. He can control the ball. He has the fundamentals well. So when I first watched him, I was genuinely impressed with him. The way he was going past players, the way his link up play. I thought to myself, yo, this is our main striker. He could be the guy. He's young as well. So I thought, yo, let's go for him. And let's just, what's the word? I'm backing him regardless. I don't care if he misses a couple of shots. I'm backing him. You can see. Because me personally, when you're talking with football fans, right? Whatever, regardless of any football fans, a lot of people nowadays get tired of stats, right? A lot of people what say, hey, watch with your eyes. And I usually agree to that because I watch football right now since 2006. And back then, as much as, of course, we used to take account of the top scorers, right? No one really cared about GA. This was until social media, of course, came around. The reason why I'm talking about this is because, obviously, let me delve into his stats. Like, I want to talk about his stats first, like the facts first, before we talk about him properly as a player. So here is his stats. You can see, um, I'm talking about, by the way, Chelsea. Forget about Villarreal and other teams. It's Chelsea. In 44 appearances, in terms of overall, he scored 17 goals. And if you remember, out of the 17, 14 were in the league. And I think that season as well, we weren't in Europe because before we finished 12th. So we basically weren't in Europe. All we had was just basically domestics. And he scored 17 goals. And he's a young guy, right? I thought to myself, this is his first season in England and he scored 17 goals. This is really good. I'm impressed with him, and I think he can be our main guy for the future. Now, obviously, the following season he scored 13 goals. He had 34 appearances. Back then, this is when we had as well the Conference League, but I'm not really counting that because I think Maresca then was just trying out, players like Nkunku, other players, the bench players, and he scored. But out of the 13, right, he scored 10 in the league. A lot of them, if you check really, they're actually in patches. Like he has kind of like if you realize he kind of has like a purple patch where he plays well and he kind of drops off. So obviously, I mean, he had the injury. Now, why am I personally talking about this, right? Why am I personally talking about this? He's a young guy. Right now, he's 24 years old, and he's not been doing too bad stats wise. But I'm just thinking of him as a player, right? When you watch him, and he's just so frustrating sometimes. And obviously, of course, the first season I didn't mind. He was young, but this is the season when now he's growing up. He got used to the English league. He should step up right now. He should know right now he's in Chelsea FC. one of the biggest clubs in the world, and you had 2 seasons as the main striker. And I just don't think personally he's done enough to be our main striker for the future. Now, this might be a bit harsh, right? But you have to understand this, right? Chelsea's trajectory right now is very up, especially after we won the Club World Cup. It's ridiculously up. We're getting better. We got players like Palmer, Moises Caicedo, Enzo. Now we brought in players like Liam Delap and João Pedro. I thought to myself, right now there's competition, especially for the number 9. You should be stepping up right now. He had the chance, especially in the Club World Cup early on. He was starting, if you remember. He started against Flamengo. Or no, I'm not too sure. I don't remember top of my head. But he got a red card. And I thought to myself, actually, not even start. He came on and he got a red card. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but ultimately he got a red card and he just kind of disappointed himself, like in terms of he kind of made us lose the game. Yes, now I remember 4 minutes after he got a red card. What a joke. Yeah, it's I can't see him being our main striker. You have to understand, like I said earlier, we now Chelsea is competing for the league. Right now, we need to be able to at least compete in every single competition. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Just because our players are young, right? Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. We should we should be competing for the league. It doesn't matter. My expectation is it doesn't matter if we win the league as long as we're close. If we win the league, perfect. If we don't win the league, as long as we're close, minimum, in my opinion, third place. But I digress. But the point I'm trying to make is Nicolas Jackson just doesn't fit into our plans of where we want to go. And I personally think he should be moving elsewhere. Now, do I think he's a talented player? Hell yeah. And I think the point I'm trying to make as well is while I'm basically criticizing him, he's still being disrespected by our rival fans. I remember United fans and Newcastle fans being like, "Oh, he's not good enough for us." He is most entirely good enough for you guys. He's a floor raiser. He's a floor raiser striker. He helped us when we finished 12th place and he joined us. He helped us get into 6th place. He was instrumental that season. He scored 14 goals. He was really good that season. Obviously, he had a bit of disappointing stuff within like patches within both of the seasons, right? But at the end of the day, he helped us. He scored 14 goals in his debut season. Come on. I feel like he's been getting disrespected a bit too much from everyone. I think he's a good enough striker, and I think in the future he's definitely going to be way better. But I think just right now, in the trajectory we're in, I just don't think he's good enough for us, for now at least. And I know you might say, well, he might be better than Liam Delap, all that stuff. I think Liam Delap is an out and out 9. I think if you want to compare, I'll say more you want to compare with João Pedro, and you might tell me, well, he scored more than João Pedro, blah, 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 blah. I like I said, yeah, while stats might tell you one thing, if you actually watch, you realize João Pedro just has a bit more to his game. And I remember there were some scenarios where João Pedro was in against, I think Fluminense and PSG. I thought to myself, what would Jackson do? And I think Jackson will probably flop in terms of those kind of scenarios. So I think, yeah, I personally want Nicolas Jackson to be sold. I think we can make a huge profit on him, 65, 70 million. I think he's that kind of striker, and I think definitely he'll grow. He'll be a main striker elsewhere, and I think he'll get into that borderline, hopefully one day, borderline world class. Because he's 24 years old, yeah, at the end of the day, and I think he's going to grow. Anyways, that's my opinion. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. This is my first ever YouTube video. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to grow and improve on every single video from of course my first video. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And please, if you did enjoy this video, like, subscribe. If you disagree with me, any Chelsea fans or anyone who feels like I'm kind of criticized Nicolas Jackson a bit too much, please comment down below on why you think I'm wrong. Obviously, I will definitely engage and just have a discussion, really. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and hope you have a nice day. Cheers.